Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Shield. We are your hosts,
Jude?
Yeah.
and Vagabond.
Yeah. So, I want to apologize about the previous video that I uploaded yesterday. It was my fault. I didn't double check. A lot of things were going on, and I am really sorry about that. But I hope this video will make it up to everyone else.
Yeah, well, most of the commentary was mostly about the new legendary monkey Pokemon the whole time, how you can buy it from eBay, which I actually did to see if it worked, and yeah, it actually did work.
You got one?
I got one.
Hey.
Hey! You tested it. Now, what are you...
What's up?
So, what are your thoughts about the Saruti Pokemon? Anyway, Gear.
He's pretty fun. He's actually pretty fast. I got a competitive one here. I think it's like his speed could be about 300.
300.
Yeah, he's got pretty good speed.
Oh, that right. And what else?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I still have to test him in actual battle. I gotta test him in the Pokemon League later today. See how he works.
Well, I hope it goes well for you, man. Because I'm looking forward to get my hands on Saruti, and I feel like after that you mention it, I kind of want to get my hands on it too.
Well, he's pretty cheap. Like he's around like $5 or $4. I got one for like 74 cents plus tax.
And the total would be...
It's like $1 something.
Seems to be easy enough. And, Vagabond, you ever thought about getting a legendary Pokemon named Saruti?
I've heard of Zaruda before. I'm a little on the fence about it. $5, that's kind of cheap in other contexts, but I don't really see I don't see what's so great about paying for Zaruti right now.
I don't know. I just want to see how the whole buying Pokemon from eBay is like, because I hear people doing it. I'm like, I don't know, but hey, this one's like a couple cents, so I got like $1 cents in my pocket. So why not?
Yeah, I see.
Isn't Zaruti going to go to America at some point? The West?
I most likely after the Japanese showing of the Pokemon movie there.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that once the gift distribution is back onto it for the Pokemon event, for Coco coming up soon in America, I'm really hoping they might, and since it's been popular for quite a while when it comes to Pokemon, it might happen when it reaches the year 2021.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things are changing, and there are some things we didn't even know about.
Yeah.
We get to see Frozone and his super suit.
Why?
Taken out of Scraggy.
You're repeating what happened? Oh, wait, this is a pre-recording. What am I talking about? I am so out of touch.
Yeah, it's fine anyway, and I learned from my mistakes from that. Even though I recorded it on the video, I kind of felt like I wanted to do something like this once in a while, and that's just it. And afterwards, it's just knowing what type of team, as well as knowing your opponent's weaknesses, yada yada yada. Kind of know that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's make sure we don't do this for the rest of the series, because the next few episodes in Pokemon Shield are going to be very, very important, because we're nearing the climax in this game.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
First, we have to take out Marnie, and then we got to take out have to put our rival down, and then we have to beat whoever the third guy is.
And then beat the evil incarnate of this region.
Oh yeah, beat the giant dimensional snake.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And after that's been taken care of, we might as well get onto the part where we capture a legendary, assuming if you want to or not.
We're gonna catch it, because why not? We get a Master Ball after this.
Yeah, seems rather easy. But couldn't there be some other ways, like make more Master Balls and now help out?
In past games, there were extremely lucky ways of getting more Master Balls. I know in Pokemon Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, if you had a very specific number in the Lotto ID, if you matched all the numbers, then you would get a Master Ball. But that was extremely rare.
Extremely rare, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you know about this since Diamond and Pearl and Platinum were released back then?
Well, yeah. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are my jam. I love Gen 4.
Yeah, so do I. I really like it when they add Lucario. That's my second favorite style. Like, oh, we are looking forward to the Gen 4 remake. It's gotta happen.
Please add more fire types to Gen 4, not just Ponyta and Infernape. That's all I'm asking.
Dude, you guys act like they're going to do a Gen 4. It's like been confirmed and announced, and it's being released at some point. But
well, Pokemon Snap now is a thing. I know I was expecting that to actually happen again. I gave up hope for that like years ago, and now it's happening.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Snap 2 came out, but that doesn't necessarily mean a Gen 4 remake is going to come out. I hope for a Gen 4 remake too, because Gen 4 is my favorite. Gen 4 is my favorite generation of Pokemon, despite my favorite Pokemon is being a Gen 5er who is currently fighting Grimmsnarl right now.
Yeah.
Point.
Wait.
But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, just because Pokemon Snap 2 came out doesn't necessarily mean the Gen 4 remakes are coming out. They did do a bunch of remakes of Gen 1 with Diamond, Pearl, and not Diamond, Pearl. What was it?
Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then there was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which I still have yet to complete. So, who knows? There could be a Gen 4 remake, but as of right now, it's yet to be announced, and it's all just rumors. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed indeed. So, I'm just hoping that they do confirm for like 2021 eventually, because honestly, I don't know what else Pokemon has in 2021 other than the Snap game and that League of Legends clone.
Yeah, there's that too. And as well as other things, we hope that the legendary Pokemons, the Alga, Palkia, Giratina, as well as a few other legendaries, get new forms eventually. But if they're fine with their current forms right now, I think we could agree to that. Although Giratina did have an upgrade from Pokemon Platinum, we could say that.
Yeah.
If they add Gigantamax to the game, which odds are they probably will.
Or even add Mega Evolutions to the starters who haven't received it yet.
They haven't done anything with Mega Evolutions for a while now, or done anything new with them.
Yeah, I mean, back in the Kalos region, back where X and Y was released, they used to have Mega Evolutions for that. And let's not forget about the Hoenn remake version game for the starters.
Yeah, they added it to the Gen 6 games, but not and they added it to Gen 7, but they didn't do anything new with it in Gen 7. That was all the Z crystals.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Also, going back onto the video, Golurk's Dynamax debut has been ruined. Thanks a lot, guys.
No, you can tell Justin that because he forgot that Grimmsnarl is weak to Steel.
My mistake. I'm sorry. And
I told you to go for Steel type moves, but you already pressed the Dark type move.
I mean, Golurk has Heavy Slam, I think. Or our Golurk has Heavy Slam.
Yeah.
And that's a very good move, because Golurk's on the heavier side of the Pokemon.
He's along the lines of a Snorlax.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry about that there, Vagabond.
Oh, don't worry about it. Hopefully, when we get to the rest of the Pokemon, we get through it just fine.
Yeah, and Golurk's Dynamax debut will be against the champion. Will that make it up for it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, my Eizouken DVD Blu-ray box set just showed up from Japan.
Hey,
Hey,
that's good.
So I could have played on my PS4 later, see how that is. Because that's the only thing I can play Japanese DVDs.
yeah, the same thing happened when I got the Strike the Blood volume, which is basically an anime that was debuted a few years back, and I really liked it. It has the soundtrack, art card. I liked the anime back then, and I still do for that.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about Japanese Blu-rays and all that stuff, do you guys ever collect any? I mean, I know Gear's got one of them and all that, and I have.
This is my first one. Actually, no, it's my second because I got Persona 5 one as a gift. Like, Volume 1 as a gift from somebody because he was giving it away.
First one I got was a few years back. The second one I got was around this year for the Konosuba Crimson Legend thing, although that's a limited edition. And I believe I got a few that's about it. And Vagabond, have you ever collected anything else? Like anything like we got?
I'm not really much of an anime guy.
Well,
There are a few animes that I do kind of like, but beyond that, I'm not really much of an anime guy, and I don't really collect Blu-rays.
Do you, like, collect anything exactly? Like,
I'm not really much of a collector either. I more just get what kind of interests me.
So
that's cool.
it's something that piques your interest, right?
Well, yeah, if there's something that I'm interested in, not necessarily, I don't really feel the need to get something as a full set of something if I don't really dig some of the parts of that set. Unless it's like a requirement to get the whole set.
Yeah, and that would be.
I don't really know any that come to mind.
Well, if you don't know or anything, we won't ask. I mean, we did ask.
So like, let's say someone, let's say hypothetically, if you didn't have like the Fallout series, and someone was going to give you like, hey, I'm going to give you all the Fallout games for like a good price or whatever if you get it, if you want it or whatever.
Oh, so like a bundle?
Yeah, like a little bundle of stuff.
Oh, then I might get that.
Yeah.
But I would say there's a difference between a bundle and collecting something. Collecting something implies that all the parts of it are kind of separated, and you would have to go look for them. It's sort of like more like closer to like a scavenger hunt, whereas a bundle, everything's already there for a single price.
Yeah. So it's kind of like collecting books or like in volumes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. It's something like you wanted to have your hands on it, keep it as a collection, or anything in particular.
Like, it sucks if you want to get this one thing, like, oh, I want to play this one little game or whatever, and then a couple years later you try to find it, it's like over $100 now.
Uh-huh. Like one of those things.
There is one game that comes to mind that's like that.
What?
It's called Revelations Persona. It's the first Persona game. If anyone's familiar with games like Persona 4.
Is that the PS1 one?
PlayStation 1, yes.
Yeah.
So there's very few American copies, and the few ones that do sell for like hundreds of dollars. I checked GameStop because I was recommended that they have everything apparently, and when I looked it up, they didn't have a store in a 100-mile radius from where I'm at that had the game. So it must be an extremely rare English copy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping too many games would be open because that's usually where I can find some really good titles. I did see Persona 2 there for sale from some vendor, but I didn't see 1.
Which Persona 2 game was it?
What was it? Simple Punishment, I think.
Alrighty.
I see. And what about it?
Well, some of the older Persona games are pretty rare to find.
They're also very different from the current Persona games that everyone's familiar with, like 3 and 4 and 5.
Yeah. Well, Persona has been popular for quite a while, and knowing Gear, he's a big Persona fan.
Like, you know, it's funny. Before I knew what Persona was, back in the day, me and my friend like Ben, I used to watch G4 all the time for the reviews. And the first thing we saw Persona was Persona 3 review of the portable version, and we were just dying of laughter. Just these guys like shooting themselves with like these. Technically, they weren't real guns, but they're just like the things that some of the Personas. But we didn't know that back in the day. And then Persona 4 came into my life. Like, wow, I'm sorry, I kind of made fun of this series for a bit.
Well, it's true. I mean, I did see Persona 3 portable on the games, on YouTube, and all that stuff. There's also the anime, which is pretty much funny, even though it's just a movie. I couldn't stop but laugh, and moments are good. And so,
then again, I was like 12 when I first saw it.
yeah. But we know that Persona is very good, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I pretty much made it streamlined for the franchise.
Huh. And I bet you really liked it now, don't you, Gare?
Yeah, I do like it. I'm excited to finally play Royal later in September.
Yeah, well, that's exciting indeed. And congrats, man, for the game that you're gonna get.
Yep. I want to know what that first semester is all about with Kasumi and Mister likes to drink juice boxes and snacks.
In fact,
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
I've been trying to stay away from spoilers. All I know his name is Dr. Maruki, and he's some kind of counselor.
Ah, all right. I think I know who you're talking about. I haven't played Royal myself. I'm only in the middle of playing the original one because I don't have a PS4. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the deal with Kazumi is.
I believe you could probably get a PS4 bundle like for the PlayStation 5, but even though it's completely a different console, whether you want to or not, Vagabond, it's fine for your choice and all that.
Well, it's kind of good to get PS4 nowadays, or if you're not really interested in the 5, the PS4 is going out down in price for like I think 300 now.
300.
Yeah.
And I think that's for the Pro too.
It would be easy just to get that, but if you want to get it or not, Vagabond, that's fair enough. It is your choice to make whether you want to get it.
It's his money.
Yeah, indeed. But knowing anything else about consoles, it depends on how much values they have.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we know that the Persona series is great, it's awesome, and not only just that, there were some good moments that had to be funny.
Yeah. Well, just want to clear things up for those of you new, so those of you don't know much about how the Persona series came to be. It started off Shimigami Tensei came first, then Persona came as a little side game second. So there you go. That's your little knowledge why people are very hyped for Shimigami Tensei remake and the new one coming out later next year. Because that game was in development for so long.
But there are a lot of things that could be good, though.
Like, I think it was in development longer than Kingdom Hearts 3 was.
The original one? Or the new one? The new Shimigami
Tensei 5.
Alright.
Come to think of it, Vagabond, I know that you're currently playing Persona 4 Golden. Have you tried any other Persona games?
There's only Persona 5 that I've tried. I managed to get at a certain point in the game, but I'm playing with a couple other people, and one guy is not letting anyone else know his progress. So it's lately starting to become a race to see who can finish the game first.
Oh, crud.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I'm guessing some people prefer to be played blindly or non-blindly. It's perfectly fine depending on them, but if they're new to the game or something, they would use a little bit of a guide.
Well, like, usually when I come to play like RPGs, I just want to go in guns blazing and enjoy the experience like I still can. If I get spoiled, kind of takes the fun of it. Like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I know that kind of thing. In fact, I did witness one thing that was pretty much funny. Like, for example, imagine that someone else was trying to spoil something and then they just had to shut that person who spoiled it.
Justin, you remember Pokemon Sun and Moon? You kind of spoiled that for me during the first time you gave me the console. You were already on loose of me, and I was like, "What the hell is it? What the heck is this?"
Uh.
Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Like,
man.
it's fine. Luckily I didn't know what the heck was going on, so I thought it was just like, oh, that's probably something else.
You know, if there's one thing I would do, is not spoil anything anymore, and I'm glad I stopped doing that.
Yeah, Kata stopped you right in the middle, pretty quickly.
Yeah, he did. In fact, if it weren't for him, I'd pretty much be stuck. Oh, oh, oh my god, why am I even bringing this up?
Yeah, why are we even bring this up? Indeed. Anyway, what was Scrambled? It should be coming next year in early 2021. So I don't know if I'm going to be playing it though, because I'm not much into Dynasty Warriors gameplay that much. But I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Same. I've never played those kinds of games, and I'm kind of interested in that kind of hack and slash, whatever what you call it.
I remember recalling playing Legend of Zelda Warriors of Hyrule being as kind of a dynasty game, as well as the second dynasty game that was on the 3DS. I say the experience is pretty good because you just take down your enemies, achieve goals, and all that stuff. It kind of feels like you're mowing your enemies down with your weapons and all that.
Yeah. From what I hear, Scrambled is supposed to be the sequel to Persona 5, technically.
Right after the first main events of Persona 5, the original game of it.
Yeah, like when everything's over, they go on a trip, and that's all I know about. Other than that, I don't know much about the story from that point.
I see. Well, I don't know much about it either, but I do say that the game for Persona 5 Scramble is an interesting Switch game. And not only just that, we are also excited for other games coming up in 2021, and some that were delayed around this year.
Let's see here. I am planning on getting Crash Bandicoot 4. No Straight Roads. I want to do a playthrough on that for the channel later, maybe this year. If we get a chance.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And what are your list of thoughts about the games that you want to get, Vagabond?
I have no idea. I'm kind of a bit at a loss for what I want to get for 2021. Partly because I'm unaware of what's going on in 2020, or what games are coming out in 2021.
Then, have you tried checking up with the news or anything that piques your interest?
Here and there. I poke in here and there, but for the most part, not really.
Not really, huh?
Nope.
Well, there's Kingdom Hearts Melody and Memories I would get. The Halo game, which I haven't exactly started, and I might end up getting it.
Oh yeah.
That too. There's also Minecraft that's interesting to be able to build. That's very good. There's also the visual novel games and other stuff. A number of things just to be able to add on to it. And I think that's pretty much about it.
Oh yeah, Halo Infinite. I forgot all about Halo Infinite being delayed recently.
I heard about that too. A lot of people are mad and all, but there's some people think it was a good idea because of this COVID situation.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like about time everybody should expect delays from certain games at this point since what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't heard any criticism for the delay. In fact, I've heard nothing but like praise to 343 Industries and Microsoft for delaying the game.
That I think we could agree on.
There's also something I'm kind of excited for. Psychonauts 2. I'm also going to play it on PC since I don't have an Xbox. But I'm excited and happy that Microsoft did acquire the rights to Double Fine. So now the game was going to be in development hell throughout its cycle because it was just going to be the game, but with no boss fights at first. But then They got bought by Microsoft, and they gave him the rest funds to fully complete it, and it looks great.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, they got Jack Black in it, and he's singing a song in that game too.
Yeah, knowing Jack Black, he's a very good singer and all that stuff. Not to mention he plays his roles. He even has his own gaming channel called Japalansky Games.
He has his own. He has his own video game. What's it called, like something Legend?
Jumanji.
No,
No,
it's
that's
not that. No, it wasn't that game. I'm talking. I mean, a real game. It was about him as a epic rock dude, and he was going through this like
School Rock.
giant hex gate. What was it?
School Rock.
No,
I almost had it there.
no, it wasn't called Skull Rock. Let me look. Let me Google it before we end this part because I don't want to be dingus about it.
Yeah, we only got like less than 2 minutes.
Jeez. Fingers don't fail me now.
Oh boy, this is just too funny.
Brutal Legend. There we go. I finished it about before a minute and 30 seconds.
What a good record.
Yes. Now that game looks pretty cool.
Huh.
And I know it had Ozzy Osbourne in there, and he got like a couple lines.
Ozzy Osbourne, eh?
Do you know who Ozzy Osbourne is?
I do.
All
He
right.
was in Black Sabbath.
Yep.
Then I guess he must be that impressive or incredible.
Yeah, he's a well-known rock star, dude.
I guess I didn't know about that, didn't I?
You live under a rock.
Hey! You know, you got a good point. In fact, there's so many things I just looked up to and all that stuff. I never exactly know about rock and all that stuff, but there was a music class I was in and I was playing the flute. I was pretty much terrible at it.
What does that have to do with rock and roll?
No, it's not. It's just completely different. Forget that.
Alright.
But,
Anyway, I wasn't aware you were a flute player.
well, I used to play the flute, but I'm not good at it. Anyways, though, it looks as though we might as well end the part here since we got about 12 seconds.
Alright, see you guys next time while we fight a bunch of the same guy for a while and hopefully talk to Leon.
Alright, bye.
Bye.